Earlier, James, we talked about the Wim Hof breathing method, and you talk about and share a story in your book about the holotropic breathing and this experience where you went and did this. I'm just curious, for holotropic breathing, is that basically taking the Wim Hof breathing method and then doing that over a longer period of time?
No, Wim Hof is interval training, right? So what you do with Wim's everyone calls it Wim. I know Wim. I talk to Wim on occasion. Everyone calls it Wim Hof breathe. This stuff's been around for thousands of years. So what it is 30 big breaths. Hold. And then 30 big breaths again. So you're offloading all the CO2 and then you're holding your breath. CO2 is increasing. You're increasing oxygenation, you're decreasing oxygenation over and over. So it's creating this rhythm where it's like a workout for your body, right? It's making it more flexible. Holotropic breath work is 3 hours of breathing as hard as you possibly can. That's it. There's no rhythm. You make your own rhythm. And it is a state of chronic hyperventilation in a room with a bunch of people with very loud music. If that sounds freaky, it's because it totally is. Some people have these huge breakthroughs from it because what happens when you breathe that heavy for that long, you are inhibiting circulation to your brain. In some cases by up to 40%. And so your brain starts going haywire. It starts hallucinating. You start bringing up subconscious thoughts, other things you haven't thought about in a long time. So we have an idea of why it's working, and it appears to be extremely effective. One researcher, Dr. James Eierman, used this with 11,000 people in a hospital, and he followed over 400 of those people and found that this breathing technique was able to really transform the mental health of so many of these people. So we know it works in real settings. The subtleties of what exactly is happening in your brain at what time, that hasn't been checked out. And I've been trying to get into an fMRI or to get a really fancy EEG on and do this and to see what is happening in the brain, but COVID hit, and so all of that research was put on the back burner. But hopefully in the paperback, yeah, I'm gonna have that section in there.
It sounds quite a bit like a psychedelic experience.
It is extremely psychedelic. It really is, and I didn't have these a personal psychic breakthrough. Other people certainly did in the class. How much of that was placebo? How much was it from breathing? No one really knows, because one person in particular, within a few minutes, was had reverted back into her infant version of herself. I'm like, she's not breathing any faster than I am, and I'm just sitting here watching this whole thing happen in front of me. But different people respond in different ways. I just wish that there was more scientific research looking into the brain states of extended hyperventilation, like what exactly is happening in your brain. And I know people in the holotropic community really want to see this as well. It's just there's no funding for it.
And you talk about again this one experience you have in your book. Is this something you've done since, or it's just kind of like a one-time thing?
No, I did once. I got it. I got what it was. So the way the experience is you first have to go in and be a sitter where you have someone in front of you. You have to make sure that nothing weird goes on with them. So I had the opportunity as a reporter to see how this whole thing played out, which is why I was able to watch everyone and how they were responding. Then you switch roles and it's your turn to breathe, and someone else is watching you. So it's a very deep, hallucinatory, dreamlike state. No doubt about it. It's been so therapeutic for so many people, which is a wonderful thing. It's drug free. There's no side effects that I had ever heard of, and so very much worth checking out. And if it's right for you to give it a go, obviously, if you have a heart condition or you're pregnant, whatever, this is not the thing for you. But for other people, it appears to be very beneficial.